Hi, I'm going to go over 4 different gadgets that I tried to help relieve neck pain and tightness. And I tried a lot more than these 4, but I narrowed it down to these 4, and I'll give you some ideas on what I liked about them and what I didn't like. Now, neck massagers or neck gadgets to help relieve neck pain and tightness, they can be pretty inexpensive. And in this home massage equipment market, it's pretty competitive. If one company comes out with one of these gadgets, within a month, 10 other companies come out with the exact same concept and design. Remember my Renpho versus Brio, the eye massagers? They were the same type of model, so there was a difference between the 2 models. It was subtle, but there was a difference. I'm kind of thinking that in this home massage equipment market, because the pricing is pretty comparable, that there's not going to be a big difference between one company versus the other. But, I don't know. Now, these tools to relieve neck pain or tightness, I'm thinking that, there might be some differences in some of these companies, but I don't know if that it'd be significant. So for this review, I was really more interested if there was something out there that was inexpensive and that could help relieve or reduce your neck pain. So I didn't focus on comparing and contrasting similar units. Instead, I tried several different gadgets to see if one gadget was more effective than the other. I think each unit has its pros and cons, so I'm going to show you 4 completely different units, and they are evenly split between 2 electronic gadgets and 2 pillows. Who knew pillows, huh? So here are the 4 units that I looked at. Okay, so the first is going to be the SMTALY Cordless Intelligent Neck Massager. And after that, we have the Mirakel Neck Massager. Then there is the Omni Cervical Ease Traction Pillow. And the last one is the Ababgo Neck and Shoulder Relaxer. So I'm going to start with the one that wasn't effective for me at all. And that was the SMTALY Cordless Intelligent Neck Massager. Now this one, you get to plug it in with a USB cord to charge, and you know what? They hold their charge really well. So this one I charged 4 months ago, and I haven't really used it since, and it still works. The other thing that's really positive about this is it's a small design, so you can pretty much take them anywhere with you. They don't make any noise when you're using it, so you can even use them at work. And with this unit, you have to use a conductor on the pads, like water or something like that. Otherwise, you're not going to feel the pulse. So that brings me to the things that didn't work for me with this unit. And just because it didn't work for me doesn't mean that it won't work for you. So when I purchased this, the description made it really difficult to determine if it was an electrical pulse. Well, after I purchased the unit, I was able to read the directions, and surprise, it is an electrical pulse. And some people think that this might feel like a TENS unit. Well, it doesn't encourage your muscles to contract and release like a TENS unit. It just feels like an electric shock, and that's not really relaxing. Now, granted, it's a real small design, which makes it easy to take it wherever you want to go, but it's really small. So it barely fits around my neck, and it doesn't even fit around my husband's bicep. So you have to have a very narrow neck to use this. And the biggest con was that it didn't do anything for my neck pain or for its tightness. So for this one, for me, it's a no. But, there's on some of the reviews, some of the people were saying, hey, they thought it was great. Okay, so what's up next? Well, it's that Mirakel Neck Massager. So what's unique about this unit is you actually have to plug it into an electric outlet. And so if you're familiar with the electric cars and range anxiety, this one's a little bit like that because your plug-in has to be close enough to wherever it is you're going to use this. And then the other thing that's pretty neat though about this is you can actually plug it into your car's lighter. And so that makes this one really, really portable. And this unit, it's not bad. It actually does reduce pain and the tightness. So then I was curious how it worked. So I had to open it up. And, like you see on so much of the home massage equipment, it has these little plastic knobs that rotate. So you just wrap this around your neck, put your arms through it, and your arms, by varying the amount of pressure or weight, you vary the level of contact with your neck. And there's a neat thing with this design. I mean, it doesn't just have to be for your neck, right? You can use it on your back, you can use it on your low back, you can use it on your legs. So this unit has a lot of flexibility in how and where you use it. And so for me, it made a lot of sense, especially if you're traveling someplace. It would be really nice to have this with you. And that was the biggest pro for me, is I could take it with me in the car and plug it into the car lighter and never have to worry about it dying on me because it uses a car lighter. So what are the cons on this one? Well, there's probably 3 of them. That it needs electricity, that you have to plug it in. That's kind of a con. But, it's a positive when you have to plug it into the car lighter and you're traveling. Now, there's another negative with it being electrical is this part of the connector has a tendency to easily come undone. Just yank on it a little bit and it'll come undone. And then the last con for me on this one is that it's bulky and it takes up a lot of floor space. So just that bulk alone, it was something that I wouldn't go use a lot. Weird, huh? That something that's bulky could discourage you from using it. But overall, it works. And because it plugs into the car lighter, it's a keeper for me because I can use this when I'm traveling. Okay, so let's see here. The next one is going to be one of the pillows. And here's what caught me by surprise is the pillows were the most effective. And okay, so there's one of these pillows that I like better than the other. And it's for a very specific reason. But either one of these pillows are going to be great. You're going to prefer one over the other. And for one of the very specific reasons that I bring up in this review. And so let's look at the first one. And that's going to be
the Omni Traction Pillow.
So the big positive with pillows is you don't have to do anything with them. You don't have to plug them in. You don't have to charge them up. All you have to do is grab them and throw them on the bed. And in a world that has gotten so technology complicated, having something that's effective and that takes nothing from you can be pretty inspiring. Now, what makes this Omni pillow a little bit different than the other pillows is it's a foam, and so it's soft, and so it doesn't put as much stress on your neck. And, here's the thing that's really bizarre is if you have a sore neck, it's usually pretty tight, and it's probably much more tight than you really give it credit. And so, when you're using these traction pillows, starting off with these soft ones can be really effective. Now, I use it in clinic, and everybody loves this pillow. But here's the thing that's interesting. If your neck's really tight, sometimes you can only lay on it for a short amount of time. That doesn't mean they don't want to use it, because the next time they come in, they're like, oh, I'd prefer to have that pillow. The big benefit is it's a foam pillow, so it's a lot softer, making it a really easy introduction to traction pillows. Now, it's made with latex-free rubber, so it's sanitary and it's easy to clean off. You can easily wipe it down. There's not a lot of cons to pillows, at I can't really think of one right now. I mean, people travel with their pillows. You're probably not going to take this to work, but these traction pillows, they're easy to use, they're easy to store, and they're made with this material that makes them easy to travel with and to keep sanitized. I really just can't find a lot of negatives with these traction pillows. Okay, so that brings me to the last gadget that I looked at for next, and it's another pillow. It's another traction pillow. It's the Ababgo traction pillow. Now, this pillow is my favorite. And so let me tell you, everything that applies to the Omni pillow applies to this pillow, except it's not made of soft foam. So it's made of, I believe it's like a hard polyurethane. So this traction pillow, it's a pro and a con. So I've been using traction pillows for a while, so I can use this harder pillow and lay on it for quite some time. This probably isn't a first step or a beginner's traction pillow. They're really effective for me at relieving my neck pain and releasing those tight muscles. Now, why would this one? So it seems like the only thing I'm saying is this one is because it's stiffer and it's a stronger pressure. That's what I like, but that's not why I like this. So I practice Taoism. It's a big deal for me, and so they talk about, different energy centers, and there's actually an energy center at the base of your skull. And, with the neck damage that I've experienced, at times when my muscles get so tight back there, it just feels like that area, that base of my skull, it feels like it's just blocked. And part of the belief in Taoism is you have to be able to move through. This is one of 3 energy centers. Your energetics has to be able to move through all 3 of these energy centers in order to come together with your spirituality. So this was one of those tools that I found, it just felt like it opened up the back of my occipital area. So that's why this pillow is my favorite. Okay, so there you have it. 4 different devices that can relieve your neck pain and reduce its tightness inexpensively. And this first one, didn't like it. The second one, the Mirakel Shiatsu Back Neck Massager, yeah, I like that. And the third one, this Omni Cervical Ease Traction Pillow, really like that one. And the fourth one, totally my favorite, this neck and shoulder relaxer, a traction device. So 4 devices, the pillows I like the most. Okay, so there's 4 gadgets that you could use to help relieve your neck pain and tightness. So until next time, I'll catch you on the other side.